What is up? What is going on? Thank you for stopping by, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, and this video marks the beginning of the 9th anniversary celebration of Clash of Clans. That is right, August 2nd, 2012, our favorite mobile game was released, and here we are, 9 years later, celebrating with things like, you could spend $10 and get this cool skin for your king. Anyway, so the Beat King is here. And of course, if you're going to purchase anything like that, please do take just a moment to go to settings, more settings, scroll to the bottom and type in code Galadon. It makes a great deal of difference. It helps out the channel. Half of it goes to charity. I appreciate you guys that continue to use code Galadon. Let's go back and check out this amazing skin. And it is a purely pay to skin type of thing. Get it? It's pay to win, pay to skin. Anyway, yeah, it's $10. I don't know how I feel about it currently. I mean, it's a kind of similar to the Party King, right? And of course, the Archer Queen, you know, in this next month's pass, she's going to have the Party Queen. So you could already have that set going on. And then we can harken back to the Warrior Queen, which, yes, I did break down and buy back when it came out. It was the very first pay to own skin, and apparently enough people bought it that Clash of Clans decided it was worth it to bring in another skin for $10, and sure enough, there you go. Then we also have the scenery, the 9th Clashiversary scenery, which I would have to admit is incredibly epic in every way, shape, and form, right? It's just so cool, and it really fits with the Beat King and everybody else. But, you know, I'm still kind of... Okay, how does the boat get to the builder base? Anyway, I'm kind of up in the air about these things because, as you guys may know, I've been playing free-to-play on No Cash Clash for well over a year and a half, and I've really come to feel a part of the free-to-play community. So to see all this really epic, bright, exciting new stuff available only to a select number of players who have that spare money lying around to spend on a mobile game which won't really advance them at all, then yeah, I don't know. Will I buy the Beat King? Probably, because I always buy everything on my main accounts. Only on my main accounts. But, okay, so there you go. Those are the big reveals. Now, of course, there's way more coming. Remember, we're going to keep an eye on the shop. There's going to be other epic and cool deals over there that will be showing up, no doubt. And then, of course, the trader should have some daily, I don't know, discounts or freebies, or just watch over there for the trader. And then how to beat the 9th Clashiversary challenge, because of course they threw in another okay, all right, so 10% bet. We're gonna have to beat this in like 1 or 2 tries. So here we go. So the 9th Clashiversary challenge is, holy what? Yeah, okay. Right. Okay, notice the gaps. Okay, those are those little weird 4x4 rocks that existed in the very, very oldest of Clash of Clans accounts, but we're also kind of being trolled right here because the gaps are there to kind of lead you to believe that maybe you should drop your troops there. Maybe the party wizards and the goblin on the wheels of steel are giving us a hint. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking we start over here by the top right. Now, we dropped in everything. This was my first try, and I'll tell you right away that you'll see where all those little openings are, where you can drop your troops into the base. You need to know that each one of these areas has a separate set of surprises for you. This one obviously was freezes. There is one that is giant bombs, one that is tornado traps, one that is skeleton traps, and then in the top left, there's one that is shrink traps, which is really cool, but kind of useless other than it looks really cool, and you definitely want to spend some time over there triggering those traps and seeing what happens to your troops. Now, this was my first attempt and it didn't go very well. Obviously, Galadon is known as the godfather of Clash of Clans and the godfather of spamming troops. So yeah, this spam didn't work out so well. We got through the town hall, but then you'll notice we've got the clan castle, single target inferno, all sorts of scatter shots up there. It's just, there's no chance. There's no way that we were going to get through the rest of this challenge, but we stuck it out just to try to see what was happening here. Obviously, players will be beating this by only using one wizard, and we'll all be amazed, and it'll be great, right? But let's see if we can beat this challenge. Okay, now here's a thought. Let's take a page out of the book of the old days of Clash of Clans. And what I mean by that is, if you think back to the earliest days of Clash, what was the most common strategy that players tried when they were trying to pull out clan castle troops or any sort of other troops. That was luring. They would lure those troops out to a corner and then wipe them out with some wizard fire or whatever the case may be, and then go ahead and conduct the remainder of the attack. So right away when I did this, I thought, you know, that might be a good idea. We might try to trigger all of those traps in the very beginning of the raid and pull everything that results out over into the corner. And that means let's trigger the freezes, the tornado traps, grab the skeleton traps, pull out the clan castle troops, pull them out into a corner, hopefully out of the range of all of these big mean scatter shots, and then, well, we will see if we can grab the 3-star. So that is exactly what I went and did on my second try with the challenge. And the thought was, maybe that's the hardest part about it, right? So we go in here, we've got lots of wizards, 3 different kinds, gonna drop them in these red opening gaps, triggering all of the freeze spells, triggering all of the skeleton traps over here, and yeah, there are a million of them, and then triggering the giant bombs now rather than later. And like I said, we drop 1 unit out here, way out on the edge, and everybody is going to path over there. And hopefully this is the worst of it, right? I feel like obviously those 8 builder huts that are ready to repair anything in the area are going to be a big problem as well. But let's just deal with all of these stinking troops out here in the corner first. Drop a freeze on them. I don't know if that was the best thing, but you know, it sort of works out. Drop in a few wizards, and sure enough, everybody is gone and the heroes don't have to deal with a defensive clan castle. Now I am going to resume spamming. So we just dropped in all of the heroes on the left-hand side and relied on a little bit of distraction technique for that scatter shot there on the top left and the party wizards, and then a lot of lucky spell timing and placement. Now you'll see I didn't get all of the clan castle troops out, unfortunately. The pathing is a little bit lucky. They roll in here. You'll notice that you have no jump spells, no wall breakers to get in, so you just have to brutalize, force your way in towards the core, and the natural funneling happens. Next thing you know, we are on the town hall. We still have our warden ability. Boom, town hall goes down, warden ability is triggered, and now we just start spamming the remaining spells. Haste, I feel pretty useless. I'm sure that there are some players that will figure out a great strategy using the haste spells, but for now, we're just kind of hoping that everybody survives the core, moves on out the back side, and then we can handle individually those remaining archer towers and scatter shots. Remember, those scatter shots at the top left are definitely going to be a problem, and it's going to come down to it here at the end. Now, we also have 5 minutes with which to defeat the challenge, so a little more time than might normally take on a regular base, but this is certainly not a regular base by any means. And here we go. So we have a couple of party wizards. We have the Archer Queen's ability. And again, we didn't trigger these freeze traps over here. Probably a good idea because we didn't waste wizards, and now there's not a lot of defending structures around there to take damage from. Here we go. Okay, so you can see a couple of scatter shots and archer tower are all that stand behind us and victory on only our 2nd attempt at this stinking challenge. And okay, I'll admit to you guys, I still am a little bit bitter about that last challenge. That was just a little bit too difficult, and I never did finish it. I just didn't want to put the time into it. I still feel like maybe I'm getting lucky right here. We used the Queen's ability. You'll notice that the Warden is almost at full health. The Archer Queen shooting those records is about to get wiped out. She is gone, and it's up to the Unicorn and the Grand Warden right here. Notice, getting annihilated by the scatter shot. Last building, 99%, 99 or 100. Look at the party wizard sneaking in underneath. That is going to make all of the difference right there. Sure enough, one final party wizard. And yes, we 3-starred the challenge. Oh my gosh, that is huge relief. Okay, so get ready for more exciting 9th anniversary celebrations. Let me know what you think of the skin and the scenery. Thank you for sticking around and watching the entire video. You are the true hashtag Galafame. You know I love thinking about it. I appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day. Be kind to the people, honest, more full attacks. I enunciated that perfectly. Don't criticize.
Galadon, not quite as sharp as you used to be 9 years ago, eh?